Hi guys, sorry for not recording in a while, and today I'm going to be showing you how to work custom blocks in Scratch. So first, click on this My Blocks thing, then click Make Block. Now you can name the block. I'm going to name it Move. Then you can add an input that is number or text, or you can add a Boolean input. Now you need to make sure that you do not name these guys the same things. So like if you name two of these guys the same thing, or if you name two of these guys the same thing, or if you just name two of these guys the same thing, it'll mess it up because Scratch won't know which one you're talking about. I'm just going to name it A, B, C, and D. Or, B. Oh yeah, by the way, another thing is that there's text labels. Now, the way that they work is that you can type in anything into it, but it doesn't do anything other than label it. So it'll just help you understand what things are. So like for example, speed, and then let's name this speed, and then add a text label of and then you can add a text label of friction, and then add an input of friction. Oops. Now another thing about this is that there's run without screen refresh. This will make the code run really fast. And I'm going to do that so that the code moves pretty fast. Now, next, so for these to work, you take them out of here. And then this basically tells the project to run this. So you can just code what this will mean. I'll make speed 3 and friction 0.9. So now you can use these for like about anything because you can do like anything in the code. So you can do pretty much anything with these blocks. So like I could do a platformer with this. Could be like the moving with the platformer or something like that, which is what I'm showing right now to show you an example of what you can do with these. Now those Boolean ones, those are inputted with like true or false from these things because they can either be true or false. And the nice thing about them is that you can actually put them instantly into these instead of having to do an if like this is equal to true, because then you can just go like edit, add an input, and then you can just put this in there. Now one trick that you can do, this doesn't really have much to do with blocks. This doesn't have much to do with blocks, but if you do a set a variable to key D pressed minus key A pressed, then if you're pressing now let me show you how this will work. So forever, let me just forever loop this. Now let's show the variable. And look at this. So when you're not doing it, so it's either equal to 1 if you're clicking D, it's equal to -1 if you're clicking A, and if you're clicking both, it's equal to 0. But if you're clicking neither, it's equal to 0 as well. So instead of making this my variable, I'm going to rename it to horizontal. Oops. Movement. And I'm also going to add vertical movement. And then I'll just set horizontal movement to that. Then I'll set vertical movement to W minus S press. Now, if I show both of these, if I click W, vertical movement is set to 1, but if I click S, then vertical movement is set to -1. So then we can just do a change X. Then we can do a speed X for all sprites and speed Y. If you wanted to have like multiple different sprites with different speeds, then you'd have to make these all for this sprite only, so that they would have their own version of it. But now, what I can do is I can just click this and change speed X by horizontal movement, and you can do like times how fast you want them to move, which is speed. Now if you wanted this to be like a top-down kind of thing, then you can do this. I want them to be able to move up and down as well. Then change their X and Y by speed X and speed Y. But right before doing that, set their speed X and speed Y to speed X times friction. Now make sure friction is less than 1, because if it's not less than 1, then it won't work properly. Because if you make it 1, then it'll never slow down. But if you make it more than 1, then it'll speed up as time goes on. So then you can also put an if speed X is less than 0.2, and you can put 1 for speed Y again. Also make sure to do abso, which makes it so that it'll basically turn it into a whole number by checking its distance to 0. So like instead of it being -2, it would be changed to 2. Or like -2.2 would be changed to 2.2. So it basically just removes the negative, and it won't do anything if it's already a positive number. So now here I'm going to set speed x to 0. And over here I'm going to set speed y to 0. And now watch this. Speed might be too much. Or maybe friction is too much as well. Now also what you want to make sure you do is point in direction of speed x now here's what you can do. So stop this script right here. Oh wait, never mind. What you can do is point in direction of horizontal movement times 90. If not, horizontal movement is equal to 0. So it'll only go to it'll only go to 90 or negative 90. So what you can do about that is over here, you can set it to side, so that instead of going like that, it'll move like this. And if you want to, you can also add next costume. That'll be it for this episode, but I hope you enjoyed this episode, and sorry it took such a long time to make.